Hey everybody, it is your girl here, GenuinelyDivine, coming at you today with a video all about Cancer's dark-sided negative traits. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here. Those of you who have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It really supports me. And also remember to turn on the notification bell so you never ever miss an upload from me. Let's get into the video, you guys. I don't know you, you don't know me. So I am talking about the traits of a Cancer. As we all know that Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon can be wishy-washy, which means that they can be very moody. And when they're in their moody spells, a lot of times Cancer people, you can be extremely irritating because people cannot figure out how you're gonna be from one moment to the next moment. And it's very difficult dealing with you guys. I feel like that is one of your negative traits that causes people to kind of like move away from you. And I feel like that causes Cancer people a lot of ups and downs, also on top of their already moody type personality. Another trait about Cancers that I've noticed and I feel like is very negative, very dark, is that they can be extremely vindictive. Almost like a Scorpio in that sense. They're both water signs. So I feel like Cancers can be the type of people where they can just kind of like let things build and build, especially negativity, because it is a naturally negative sign, and a lot of pressure, a lot of problems just build and build. Like it's almost like they kind of like let problems kind of like marinate in their mind, and the next thing you know, they're kind of like setting up a plan to kind of like hurt a person. And I feel like the way that Cancers on their dark side, when they're trying to hurt a person, especially in a relationship, is they will kind of like stay in the relationship, be like this really like bitchy type person or this real hateful type person to a certain extent, where they're causing the person absolute agony, like not really showing them the love that they kind of like want from them, and they know this, so they'll just continue to basically string a person along, mainly because they're getting what they want in the process, which is being vindicted. And so with that being said, I just feel like that is a very negative trait for Cancer. For those of you who are dealing with that negative trait, please don't do that, because in the end you're really gonna only really truly hurt yourself, because people can get over hurts, you know, people can move on with their lives, you know, and they will feel bad that you treated them that way, but there is not going to be the ultimate end of them. What brings me to them being emotional manipulators, where they trying to emotionally blackmail people in relationships to a certain extent. They always feel like people are the problem. Cancer feel like they're never the problem. They're the best people in the world. Please don't get it twisted. Dude, Cancers are so amazing. They can be so nurturing, so caring, like the best friend you've ever had, if you actually stay on their good side. But when you get on the bad side, that's when you kind of like see the really dark side of Cancer, where they can be extremely manipulative. They can be the type of person to try and make your life a living hell. That's one thing about water signs. I just do not like to really piss them off, because they don't know how to just let go and keep moving. It brings me to another point for the negative side of Cancers, is they are hoarders. They can be hoarders. They can be absolutely, I don't want to say filthy, but I want to say they can be really junky. They can hoarder like a lot of things, because remember, this is the sign of tradition, naturally ruling the fourth house of home, you know. And so they can be the type of people where they actually collect a lot of things. They hate to let go of things, and sometimes they can dress down a lot, like where they just wear things that they love, you know. It's something they had that has a lot of meaning to it. I'm not saying that dressing down is a bad thing, but I just feel like sometimes there's a time and a place for everything, and you can't always just like wear your holy t-shirt that you got in college from your best friend, or your mother gave to you when you were 5 years old, and you can still wear it. Like, no, you know, sometimes you want to kind of like fix yourself up. So I feel like when they get to that point, it's like they're really on the dark side. Okay, another thing about them is they can be extremely unforgiving and just unforgetting. Like, they will sit there and think about the past. They hold on to the past for entirely too long. Like, they don't know how to let go. They do not know how to let go. They will continuously hold on to things. That's why they're hoarders. But they're the same way in romantic relationships. They don't know how to let go of people. Even when a Cancer has fallen out of love with a person, because they feel like they have an attachment or some type of bond with that person, they do not want to let that person go. And that is so unfair. That is so negative. That is just so dark-sided that I cannot even explain that to you. But that is something that I've noticed about Cancer when they are on their darkest side. I don't know how to really put it, but I do feel like they're the type of people where they can create a channel that doesn't have their name on it, so that they can actually kind of like stalk people to a certain extent. Also, they can also keep their own channel with their own name, but they don't really post anything. They only use their channel to watch other people's channels, like people who, you know, they have a vendetta against, or people who just piss them, or people who they are interested in. They will just kind of like watch them, you know. Another thing about them, they can be very routine, especially if they have like an earth moon. And what they would do is probably have a certain time of day that they check this person out, or whatever. So I just feel like they can be somewhat of a stalker. But just for a little piece of advice, those of you who are dealing with a dark-sided Cancer person, please note that you need to get away from them. And sometimes you have to be the one to break away from the relationship and just say no more. And I'm the type of person, I would say always follow your intuition. If you feel like you're loved by your Cancer person, then stay. But if you feel like you're not, then you're probably not. Then I would say, you know, leave. But I can't tell you what to do. It's up to you. But Cancers can be extremely manipulative when it comes to emotions. So you have to make the best decision for yourself. They will keep stringing you along just so they can get their benefits. But then you'll be left out feeling like, I'm unloved, I'm being used, I'm not happy, and all of those great things. Another thing to the Cancers, when your dark-sided traits come out, that is what runs people away from you. And a lot of times you guys don't get married till like really late. If you do get married early, it's like sometimes you are remarrying, because of the simple fact a lot of people do not know how to deal with the constant mood swings. Guys, that's really all I have for the dark-sided Cancer. If you guys have anything to add, please let me know down in the comment section which one of these traits actually refer to you or your partners or your friends or whoever. And until the next time, you guys, I wish you so much love, peace, and so many wonderful blessings. Bye.